Hey guys, I'm Jenny and welcome to stretch class. We're going to start today sitting on the floor. Just find a comfortable seat. You can have your legs crossed or you can pop a block underneath your butt and sit up. However you feel comfortable. We're going to just start with some nice soft joint rotations. So I'm going to go with the head first. So taking the head around, nice slow circles. And if you'd like to incorporate the breath in here, you'll take an inhale as the head comes back and an exhale as the head comes forward. Nice and slow, not pushing the range, just getting some movement into the neck. Exhale coming forward, inhale going back. And let's go back the other way. Moving the head and the neck around is really important if you've been sitting on the computer all day. Getting some movement back into the body. Alright, we're going to take the head looking from the left shoulder up to the ceiling on the right. So just drawing a diagonal line, stretching out the neck. And now we're going to go other shoulder, so back to neutral, looking down at the right shoulder and up on the left, drawing a diagonal line. And try to extend the line a little further each time. Alright, we're going to try some different rotations with the head and the neck. We're going to go with a sagittal movement. So think about drawing a circle with your ear, trying to keep the rest of your body still. We're going to draw a circle with our ears. Might feel a bit funny if you've never done it before. Alright, go back the other way. Alright, we're going to go frontal next, so we're going to draw a circle with our nose. Again, trying to keep the rest of your body still, or as still as possible. It's all connected, so it's impossible to keep it completely still. And go back the other way. And now we're going to switch to transverse, so think about drawing a circle with the top of your head. Again, trying to keep the rest of the body as still as possible. And trying to keep your head facing upright, so try not to tilt from side to side. And back the other way. Alright, let's do some shoulder rolls now. So we're going to roll the shoulders up, back and down. We can incorporate the breath here as well if you want. Take an inhale as the shoulders come up and exhale back and down. And back the other way. We're going to stand up now and we're going to do some more joint rotations. We're going to go transverse axis and we're going to start with our chest. So we're going to take our chest forward, to the side, back, to the side. And if that feels okay, you can start to try to move it into a circle. And back the other way. We're going to try to move the circle down a little bit into maybe the sternum area. Sometimes it helps to touch the area so that you know what's moving. So we're going to think about pushing the sternum forward, pushing out the side here, and then rounding out through the back on the other side. So you can just start with a bit of a square, if you like, just with those 4 sides. And then if that feels okay, you can start to try to move it into a circle. So you notice this is very different to the chest. So the chest will look like this, and the sternum is just moving this little part here. And let's go back the other way. Alright, we're going to take it into the belly now. So pushing the belly forward, opening up this part at the side, rounding out through the lower back, and then opening on the other side. Really push the sides open as well. Feel the side of your body really stretching. You can go as fast or as slow as you like here, whatever feels good. And back the other way. You can turn into a circle if you want. Alright, now moving into the hips. This is usually an easy one for most people. And if you want to add in a deeper element, you can start to move the feet around as well. So the hips are going, the knees are going, and now the ankles are going. Come up onto the toes, the side of the feet and the heels. And back the other way. Alright, we're going to move into some spinal waves now. For any of our original Team C members, you'll know what the spinal wave is, but for anyone who hasn't seen one before, I'm going to explain it from the start. I'm going to turn on the side so that you can see. We're going to try to make a wave with our body, and to do this we're going to start today with the head coming forward first. So imagine that there's a wall in front of you and you're trying to move one part of your body to the wall at a time. You'll only have one part of your body on the wall at a time though. So the first thing we're going to move forward is the head. So the head's on the imaginary wall. Moving to the nose, moving to the chin, moving to the chest, moving to the belly, moving to the hips, moving to the knees. And then we're going to come back up, we're going to roll back up to the head. So we're going to come head, nose, chin, chest, belly, hips, knees. And again, head, nose, chin, chest, belly, hips, knees. One more time on your own, guys. Actually, let's do 3 more. Get the whole spine moving. Alright, we're going to go back the other way now. So we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So you're going to bend the knees slightly, roll on up to the hips, roll up to the belly, roll to the chest, the chin, the nose, the head. And back to the start. Knees, thighs, hips, belly, chest, chin, nose, head. Knees, thighs, hips, belly, chest, chin, nose, head. 3 more. Awesome, guys. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is starting to move the lower back around. Before we get down on the floor, we might just do some twists. So just twisting the body around. Just letting the arms go floppy. Let them hit you as they go around. Just getting the lower back nice and warm. Alright, we're going to come down to the floor and we're going to do some cobra peels. So we're going to start with some active cobra peels. So what we're going to do is hover our hands just off the ground and we're going to lift and then lift as far as you can and then put your hands down and come up the rest of the way. Maybe only come up halfway for your first cobra. And then from here we're going to come down and then hold as soon as you can. So lift the hands, hold, slowly lower. Lift using your muscles. Push with your hands. Maybe come up a little higher. and then come back down again. Catch as soon as you can. So squeeze the muscles, catch, and lower. And again, lift, push, maybe a little bit higher, down, catch, lower. Lift, push, maybe come all the way up. Let's hang out here at the top. Maybe drop one shoulder from side to side. And slowly lower back down. Catch on the way down and all the way down. We're going to take our arms out to the side. We're going to do something called a scorpion peel. We're going to take our left foot and we're going to take it behind us and try to get it over towards the right hand. Make sure your shoulders stay down on the ground for this one. So you don't want your shoulders to lift like this. Keep your shoulders down the whole time. So trying to lift that foot over towards the hand. And the other side. And just keep alternating from one side to the other. It's really hard to talk while you're doing this. Keep the shoulders down, guys. Make sure the shoulders are down. Doesn't matter if your foot touches your hand. Just trying to bend it over as close as you can. All right, now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to allow the shoulder to come off the ground. So taking the foot over, allow the shoulder to lift. Feel that nice stretch all the way out through the back and switch to the other side. Allow the shoulder to lift. Really feel that twist and back. 2 more on each side. One more. Mr. Music, could you fix my music, please? Awesome, good job, guys. We're going to do some standing arches next. So, this stretching's hard work. Standing up, we're going to do 5 standing arches. So when we do a standing arch, we're going to extend through the spine, starting from the top of the head and gently coming down through the rest of the spine. A little bend in the knees at the bottom, and then you'll roll back up the same way that you went down. So from here, it might look like this. Head, shoulders, chest comes through, bending in the spine, a little bend in the knees. Roll back up the same way. Try not to take a really big breath of air when you come up to the top because it can make you feel a little bit dizzy. So when you come up, just take a couple of gentle breaths before you go again. So we're going to do 5. Here we go for number 2. Take a few breaths. And here we go for number 3. Rolling up. Again, take a few breaths. Number 4. Take a few breaths, and on the last one, we're going to try to hold in our end range for 5 seconds. So go down as far as to where you feel comfortable and able to hold, and we're going to count to 5. So everybody ready? And we're going to start arching. Hold down the bottom for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice job, guys. Let's do a little forward fold just to open that up a little bit. Relax the head down. Take your hands around your elbows. Relax the head. Maybe a little yes and no with the head. And slowly rolling up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is some wrist prep, because in a minute we're going to do some bridges. So it's really important before you do any bridge work that your wrists are nice and warm. So just coming down to the floor, and we're going to start with some circles. Thank you, Mr. Music.
You're welcome.
warm up the wrists. We're also building strength in the fingers. So if you, while you're doing this, make sure that you are squeezing your fingers into the ground so that you're working the strength for this position as well. All right, let's turn our hands out to the side. And we're going to move from one side to the other. And just notice the shift of weight from one side to the other. So one side has all the weight, shifting the weight over to the other side, and then it's a catch on the other side. Shift and catch. And let's turn the fingers in to face us. And we're going to lift the heel of the hand coming up to the fingers and push back down. Should feel a really nice stretch all the way up through this part of your arm, maybe even into your elbow. Alright, we're going to take two fists together like this. We're going to lock our fingers in. We're going to take the backs of our hands down to the ground and the elbows down too. Keep that fist locked in tight. Don't let any of your fingers open up. Lift your elbows off the ground as high as you can. Don't let your fingers open up like this. So only come as far as you can with your fingers in nice and tight. And back down. And up. Keep that fist in nice and tight. Last one, guys. Alright, standing up, give your hands a little shake out. We're just going to do some circles with the arms just to warm up the shoulders before we move into a bridge. So let's just take the arms back behind us. And go back forwards. Let's go one forward, one backwards. And other way. Okay, we're going to just do a little stretch on the floor just to open the shoulders a little more. So coming down onto the floor, we're going to bring our hands down to the ground. Try to keep the hips stacked over the knees. So don't send the hips back like this, keep them stacked. Start to walk your hands or slide your hands down, bringing your chest down towards the ground. Should feel a really nice stretch, opening up the shoulders. Before we move into the full bridge, or wheel, some people call it. So coming down onto your back. From here we're going to bring our feet so they're just close to our bum, just here, so you can just touch. And then from here what we're going to do is tuck the tailbone under, so we're not pushing through our legs. What we're doing is just gently tucking the tailbone under. I'll just stand up quickly to show you that. So from here what we're doing is gently squeezing the glutes and tucking the tailbone under, so we're getting a flat back here. So that's how we initiate the first part of this bridge peel. So from here, feet are close to the butt. We're going to squeeze the glutes, lift the tailbone, and start to curl gently, one section of the spine at a time. Think about your spine being a string of pearls and you're trying to lift just one pearl up off the ground at a time. Resist the urge to bring it all up in one chunk. Really try to get one little section at a time. Pushing now into the legs to come all the way up to the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes at the top. And then gently bring one section down at a time. So one string of pearls down at a time. Just one, really slowly. Keep your tailbone tucked under. The last thing that will happen is your tailbone will tuck at the bottom. Let's do 2 more of those. Tucking the tailbone under, gently squeeze the glutes, bringing one section up at a time. Coming all the way up to the shoulders, squeezing the glutes, bringing one section down at a time. Make sure you keep that tailbone tucked under right till the end. Alright, last one guys. Tucking the tailbone under, squeeze the glutes, coming up. Big squeeze at the top, slowly coming back down. Keep that tailbone tucked under right till the end. Alright, so we're going to move into the bridge or the wheel now, the full version of the bridge or the wheel. The first progression would be to just from here, same placement as the feet, so the feet are just here next to the butt. We're going to turn our hands, try not to get your hands on your hair. So turn your hands in so that they're sitting right next to your ears this way. And the first progression would just be to push up just to the top of your head. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is push our legs into the ground, heel our tailbone off the ground, heel the rest of our body, and then try to push through the shoulders to bring our head up here. And then come back down, tuck the chin in, come all the way back down. So that's the first progression. If you feel okay with that progression, we can move a little closer into the bridge. So what we would do, if you need to readjust your hands, you can. And then we're going to try to extend through the arms. So let's go. Hands down. Going to push. Bring the tailbone in, push with the legs. Push up to the head. And then if you need to readjust, readjust. If not, trying to push up into the full expression of the wheel. And then gently tuck the chin in and roll the spine back down to the ground. Okay, so we're going to do a few more of those, but let's just have a little breath between each one. So we're going to do 5 bridges, but we're going to take a little rest between each one, okay? So take a little rest now. We're going to try to hold each bridge for 10 seconds. If you can't hold your bridge for 10 seconds, that's okay. Alright, so get set up guys. Bring your hands down. Alright, we're going to lift up. Pushing up as high as you can. Maybe it's just up to the top of your head. Maybe it's into the full bridge. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the chin. Come all the way back down again. Alright, while you're taking your breather, I'll explain the next part. For anyone who got all the way up into the wheel, what we're going to try to do is even out the bending of the spine. So for most people, when they push up into the bridge, they're bending mostly into their lower back. But what we want to try to do is open up the shoulders. So we're going to use our feet to push into the ground and try to move some of our weight forward into our shoulders so that our shoulders open up. I'll show you once and then we'll all do it together. So here we are. Pushing up to the bridge, and from here what we're trying to do, push through the legs and open up the shoulders. Alright, everybody ready? If your bridge is pretty good, then you're ready to give that a go. Set yourself up, and pushing up, and opening up the bridge and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Great work, guys. We're going to do 2 more bridges. So just take a few breaths. Here we go. Second last one. Get ready. Bring your hands in, ready, and push. Open up the shoulders, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Great work. A few more breaths and 1 more to go. Here we go for the last one. Get set up. Ready and up. Holding. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down. All right, bring your knees into your chest and do a little bit of a rock backwards and forwards, maybe side to side. Just release the lower back. All right, we're going to do some pancake next, guys. So rock yourself back up to a seated position, and we're going to move into this straddle position on the floor. So we're going to start the pancake just by bringing our hands down on either side of one of our legs, and we're going to twist our body so that our belly button is facing down towards our leg. So we don't want it facing out this way, we're going to try to face it down towards our leg. Just bring your hands down to the ground, or as close to the ground as you can get, and we're just going to sit here in a passive stretch for a few seconds. Keep trying to bring the belly button down towards the leg, and for this we're going to flex up the feet as well. So let's not point the toes, we're going to flex the feet. Something that's really important here is that the feet aren't turned in like this, so you want to open them out to the side, and something that helps with that is flexing the knee and the foot, sorry. A few more deep breaths. Alright, other side, so twisting your body and your belly button down towards your leg. So when you're stretching, the stretch should not ever be more than a 6 out of 10. So if it's feeling like a 7 or an 8, you just need to pull back a little bit. We're going to take one arm in and one arm over the top, and we're going to reach our chest towards the ceiling. So we don't want our chest facing down here. We're trying to open it up towards the ceiling, stretching that hand out. Maybe you can touch your hand there. Maybe your head's on the floor. Take a few breaths. You should feel a really nice opening up through the back and the side here. And the other side. You can see this is my flexible side. Much more comfortable than the other side. We'll have one side that's more comfortable than the other, and that's normal. Yeah, really try to twist your chest towards the ceiling. Alright, we're going to go to the front this time, so we're going to walk our hands out as far as they can go and just relax passive. And it doesn't matter if you're here or if you're here. Also, if Rod could get me a block. If your pancake kind of looks like this, it will help you to sit up onto a block or onto some books or something. So from here, I'm just waiting for Rod to come back with my block. Oh wow, a book, yeah. Okay, so yeah, a book will be just as fine as a block. So let me just show you what that does. So from here, if your pancake looks like this, sitting up on a block is going to encourage that pelvic tilt. So instead of being like this, you're going to be more like this. It doesn't matter if your hands don't touch the ground. It doesn't matter if your forearms aren't on the ground. It's about trying to push that pelvic tilt so that you're sitting more like this, and it's going to encourage you to come down like this. Okay. I don't need a block, but yeah, if you need it, definitely grab a block. So walking down as far as you can, and we're just going to hold here in a passive position. And each time you exhale, see if you can walk your fingers forward a little bit more. We're still flexing the toes as well, making sure that the feet aren't coming in like this. So flex the toes back, squeeze the knees. slowly come out. So we're going to do some bounces, so a little bit of dynamic stretching. So we're going to go back through those 3 positions, just bouncing and warming it up a little bit more. So we're going to bring our hands down to the ground on one side, pull the belly button through towards the leg, and we're going to do some bounces on the side. If you feel like you've got more space, walk your hands out a little further. All right, other side. And back up to center, one arm over, one arm under. Turning the chest up towards the ceiling, just bouncing here. And other side. Again, trying to turn your chest up towards the ceiling, get that nice twist. Forwards. You should feel a little bit warmer now. Just bouncing your hands down. Maybe you're still here and that's okay. Trying to keep that back nice and flat. If you're bouncing here, you're trying to bounce your chest down towards the ground. So the first thing to come down to the ground, usually when you're working on this pancake, might be your head. And you may have to curve your spine in a little bit to get your head down. The second thing would be your chin, and then your chest, and then your belly. And that's about as far as you can go. All right, so just staying in that position, bouncing down. And let's just relax in this passive position now for a few more breaths. And slowly come on out. We're going to finish the stretch class today with a supine twist. So clear a little bit of space for yourself on the floor. We're going to lay down on our backs. And we are going to bring we're going to start with the right leg, bring the right leg up and bring the right knee down towards the left side. So if this is enough of a stretch for you, you can just stay here. Or what you can do is bring your hip back and then bring your leg over so that you're facing more down towards the ground. Okay, so we're just going to lay here for a few breaths. Just relax, enjoy that nice twist. And slowly coming out, let's switch over to the other side. So tuck that hip back if you need to. Slowly coming out. And let's come to a seated position again, a nice comfortable seat. So if you want to sit on a block, you can. We might just finish up with a little bit of breath work. So maybe just a square breath. So the square breath is, we're going to inhale for a count of 4 counts. And then we're going to hold, so breath retention for 4 counts. And then exhale for 4 counts. and at the bottom on an empty lung, we'll have another breath retention for 4 counts. But I'm going to count for you guys. We're just going to do 5, maybe 5 rounds together. So empty your lungs. And now we're going to start with an inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the breath. I hope you enjoyed the stretch class today, guys, and a little bit of breath work at the end. I'll see you again soon.